set of hand weights to play around with a little bit for a bit of resistance, go ahead. And kneeling pads, neck pads, etc. as per usual, right? So just find your roller just in front, abs gently drawn in, shoulders down and away, and just start a little rocking back and forth. Just think ball of foot to heel, gentle drawing, relaxing of the shoulders, and we're going to find the inhale through the nose, the exhale through the mouth. And we are going to play a little bit with our footwork series here. So we will be here for a few moments. So if you've got a little bit of tight tension in the feet, just make sure with the releves, just not coming as high in the heel. So let's go ahead and releve up if it feels good and lower it down. Again, if you're coming up and you're sickling out on the side of your toes as you get higher, just go lower and put more pressure into that big toe big toe, second toe. Metatarsal, more so the metatarsal than the toes themselves. And then we're just going to float that up and down. Go ahead with that gentle zipper, pulse it up. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels, heels together, toes apart. Again, anything going on that's tension in the hips, just have your feet a little wider open and then lift and lower. If you're a hyperextender through the knees, careful here you're not shooting your knees back, that you're keeping them just a little bit soft so there's no hyperextension through that position. And then go ahead and pulse it up. 4, relax your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1, and then lower, and then just an internal rotation through the hip, but not a huge one. Don't try and yank it in there, just a little bit. Feel yourself roll into not the inside of the foot where you're sickling in, but a bit more pressure, big toe, second toe, and then pulse up and down. Here again, you might have to have your knees even more bent to be able to achieve that internal rotation with that pressure into the outside. Jaw those abs in, shoulders down and away, and we're just kind of rocking back and forth. Go 2 more, and last 1, and then we're going to pulse that up there, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the heels, heel toe open to about a squat position, small turnout, and just go ahead and start that first little squat. So remember on the squat, you're putting pressure into the heels, but you're also keeping the toes connected. So it's not this lift where it's all heels, but I do want neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Tendency is to drop the head or to go too low and your tailbone tucks. This is neutral. So only go as low as you're controlling that. And then as you push the arms out, it's not about overreaching, soften and keep them close. That's just there for just a little love. It's not really about the push of the arms. Let's go 2 more. And then hold the pulse down. Pull those abs in. Have your natural curve in the low of your back. 4, 3, 2. Stay here and just kind of sway forward and backwards. Just think of the shift of the weight as you're holding that nice low squat. And then when you feel ready, we're going to lift up those heels and lower them. Just isolating into a little bit of ankle stabilization or ankle work. Lift and lower. Let's go 2 more. Be as deep as you want here. Now hold the lift up. Move the knees and the hips. Bob, bob. Go 4, 3, 2. You're going to pull that roller in towards you. Stand up tall. And then lower the heels. So go singles for 3. Down, releve, in tall, and lower. 2 more. Press, releve, grow tall. Last one. Press, releve, grow tall, and lower. And then reverse for 1. Rise up, squat down, lower your heels, push that roller out, push your hips out, and find your first little dive down here. So if you want to move that roller out a little farther, if you're tight in the shoulders, bend your elbows, bend your knees if the back is tight. And just find some sways here. Try and untuck the tailbone versus have it tucked, which means you might have to bend the knees to achieve that. And as you go back and forth, lift the ball of the foot slightly as you lean back. Maybe you can straighten out those legs, reach out in that spine with a bit more length, and then bend as you come forward. Play with that. And then keep the knees bent, push the arms out straight, and drop into your chest. Now if it's too aggressive, bend the elbows here. Give a little no in your neckline down there. Again, if this is too low, we are up here playing. You don't have to be way down there. And give a little yes. Now as you do your yes, we're going to convert this into a cat-cow. So I want you to stand a little bit taller in your squat. Start with your tailbone and just give that tailbone a little tuck under. So we're quite tall, we're not very low down here. And then untuck the tailbone, just the tailbone, just the tailbone. Head's not moving. We're just tucking the tailbone and untucking the tailbone. So we're going into flexion and then find neutral. Now as we go into our flexion, let's go deeper and bigger. Round in your thoracic and your cervical, now add some flexion. And then you lengthen into your neutral. Go 2 more. Round, tuck, exhale, hollow. Inhale and lengthen. Now stay in the lengthen. Pull your shoulders down in your back pockets by drawing the roller towards you, and then lift your head up a bit, lift and flare your tailbone, and give me a little bit of arching sensation, but your abs are still engaged. And then find neutral. And then go ahead and extend a little bit more. So what you'll find, if you push into your roller and you lift your heart and you draw your shoulders down, you'll get more extension. So I'm kind of pulling that roller towards me, and then I'm lengthening. Now on this one, pull the roller towards you and come all the way to tall. Bring that roller in and give some little wiggles left and right. So I'm just kind of rolling into my lateral and into my flexion, excuse me, wiggling it back and forth. Beautiful. Take that roller off of your right foot, bend the knees, put pressure into your pinky finger and draw your shoulder down towards you, and just give me a nice stir of the pot. So just let your arm go. Here it is, neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Tendency is to do this. We're not hunched. We're turning on our back muscles to support our body in forward flexion. Turn the other direction. And then on this one, we're going to go into that rotation. So take this arm, it's going to come across, you're going to push the roller, down you go into that nice big squat, pretend you're grabbing something, and all the way up and out, rotate it. So it's down and up. Watch in the down, the knees aren't shifting. The pelvis and the knees, the lower torso is square. The upper torso, lumbar, thoracic, cervical, is getting that rotation in there. And then stay in the up. Turn your pelvis, turn everything, stretch out, open that really big. And then soften to come out. Bring your feet in closer-ish. Bend, soften, start your laterals. Now if your neck is tight, just leave your hand soft here. If it's working for you, hand goes on. Now you can move that roller a little farther away off the side of your hip, and you can start reaching away with both. So I'm going to reach and press. As you add the reach and the lateral flexion, slow down a bit. Now if you're ready, add your pelvis, pushing off to the side. So if I'm jammed straight and tightening everything up, I'm not going to get any movement. And then bring it in. So soften those muscles to allow that movement to occur. Let's go ahead and stay here. Really big breaths into the intercostal muscles. Think of someone actually pulling that top arm almost to straight. So if you're dangling it, you're missing a bit. Straighten that out. And then bring it all the way out. Stand wide enough to start a shoulder roll. And then a big backstroke when you're ready. Look to the front, look to the back. Get your sway of your weight transfer from left to right. And then maybe a couple front strokes. And then shake that off. Same thing other side. Off my left foot, forward, pinky finger on, squat coming down, pull your shoulder down and away, untuck your tailbone, and then start your stir of the pot. So really watch that you don't have your tailbone tucked under. You've actually taken your pubic bone, pushed it away a little bit, and then circle the other way. Nice, good inhale, exhale. And then we're going to take that movement. It's going to be a seesaw through the upper half. When you're ready, you're going to saw off that top of the quad. Down you go, reach it out. Really big breath here, you guys. And then exhale, bring it all the way up and rotate open. Down and up you go. So remember with the down, it's just a regular squat. You just happen to be rotating that upper torso. Let's go 3 more. Find your breath, guys. Inhale, exhale, 2 more. Last one. Stay in the up for me. Spread out the fingers, lift the heart. Big breath. And then soften to come out. Bring it in closer, feet-ish. Roller off to the side. And then just start with your arm across. Start the lateral. The pelvis isn't moving yet. So the pelvis is still straight down, and I'm pulling away from my pelvis, getting a stretch into the intercostal muscles and along that entire lat line. Once it feels comfortable, you can start that active reach. Maybe you can also reach the roller away. So now it's an active push and a pull back in. Working for you, the pelvis is going to start its action and it's going to press it over. So remember, too aggressive of a zipper, there's not much movement happening. We're letting it go. Don't be shy about a big little Buddha belly happening. And then hold it here. Increase that beautiful diaphragmatic breath. Use it to open up your rib cage. And on the last breath, we're going to actively come out. Bring your roller in tighter, stand wider, and start your shoulder rolls. From there, it's an elbow roll. And then just see if that neck is going to allow you to look at the range as the shoulder goes. You're basically doing a shoulder check. And then a couple front strokes for me. And then just hold that roller in the center. And then just go ahead and just nice tall stance. And I just want you to look one direction without the shoulders joining the party. So just a cervical rotation. Bring it back to center. And cervical rotate the other way. And bring it back to center. One more time. Just see how that neckline is moving. We will get some neck stretches in there today. So this is your check-in, and then we'll check in later and see how it feels. So that roller is going to be just towards the front of your mat, quite far, like you can put it just right off, and then come towards the back of your mat, and we're just going to roll through, get a little bit of movement in our free without the roller. So just giving that little movement back and forth through the foot. Find your foundation. I'm about sits bones-ish, and then reach, come around the corner, bend the knees, hips, ankles, bring the hands down towards the floor, walk out to angry cat. 4, 3, knees down on 2 and 1, and then get yourself in your good strong 4-point stance. Curl your toes under actively, so you're getting a stretch. Sink back into your toes. So as you sink back, by all means, a rounded spine if that feels good. Nice strong hold, pushing into the toes, and then come back up into neutral. So I'm pushing back and my tailbone is tucking. I have flexion through my spine, and as I come forward, I'm finding my neutral position. Let's go 3 more, and pull forward, and go 2, and pull forward. And on the last one, we're going to stay in the forward, untuck the toes, and just give that nice, strong, angry cat. Big breath out. Hold your angry cat. Hinge your hips if your knees will invite, and your hips will invite, right back to your heels. Reach your hands extra far forward, and breathe really big here into that lat line. Open up the back. The spine is in flexion here. Come back up into 4-point stance. Go through your angry cat, through your neutral, into your cow. Wiggle it up. And then find yourself in neutral. And here I want you to bring your knees in closer together and give a little poodle wag. Just a nice little poodle wag. Wiggle your tailbone from side to side. Open up that lateral pattern. Let's go thread the needle. Take your left hand, thread it through the right leg, and come right down into that big rotation. Now, if you can get your shoulder down there, go ahead. If it's not getting down, leave your hand on the floor. If it's down there, reach up with that hand. Maybe it goes behind your back. You rotate open a little deeper. Nice big breath here. And then the hand comes down, you push away with power, and then it goes to the other side. So this hand is going a little wider than my 4-point stance of my knee. I'm going to thread my needle, try and tuck my shoulder down, tuck the neck in a little bit, roll forward onto the shoulders, so it's almost like a shoulder roll, and then open that shoulder to the sky. Really big breath here. And then the hand comes down, we press away, and all the way out. Walk your hands too far forward. What feels too far forward? Pull your hips forward. Now if you went too far, bring them back a little bit, and let your hips drop down just a smidge, just a little bit. And then push that back. Bring it forward, so I'm basically neutral spine, neutral pelvis. Now I'm dipping my pubic bone a little bit. pulling my shoulders down and away, opening into a little bit of extension, and then pulling back. Now we're going to stay in this open position here, and we're going to do some scapular movement patterns. So you can be in neutral, connect it up, or you can let it drop a bit. We've got a little bit of extension in the lower back, and then I'm actually going to go protraction, retraction, elevation, and depression, and just feel those shoulders roll. Roll them around. So there's this nice weight load in those shoulders, and you're really controlling that scapula. Go 2 more. So it's up, down, and back. And 1 more. And then go ahead, stay in the push down and back, push your hips back, bring your hands right underneath your shoulder girdle, and now go into your sternum drops. So we're just getting some activation in those poor little shoulder blades today. So I'm dropping through the shoulders and pressing away. The spine is neutral, the pelvis is neutral. Go 1 more, stay in the pressed away. Curl your toes actively. Let's go into our first short plank 1. Lift an inch, hang out. Now, as you lift it, watch your tailbone didn't tuck. This is a flat back. I'm rounded. I want to untuck, find the natural curve of the spine, and hang out here. Let's hold for 4. Pull those abs in. 3, push away from the floor. 2, draw your shoulders into your back pockets. 1, find your first down dog or your child's pose, wherever you want to go. Pop into your position, and I'm going to paddle out my feet here. Stretching out my toes a little bit, getting some activation there. We are going to go into some lunges, so I need my feet to be ready to articulate. Then leave your heels down if doable. Now, if that's too tight, lift the heels, bend the knees. And then sink into the shoulders a little deeper. And here's a nice place for another poodle wag. Wiggle that tailbone, look to your hip as you pull it around the corner. How far? You can go quite far with this poodle wag. And then you're going to wiggle to the other side. And press. Draw those abs in. Get that little wiggle happening. And then bring it to center. Bring your torso so your hands are underneath your shoulders, and find your first long plank position. Now, if the core is a little tired today, or the back is a bit tired, this small little tuck of tailbone is a doable option. If you can hold neutral, go ahead, and let's pouncing cat. Down and forward. Down on the knees is perfectly doable. Down on the knees is definitely an option. Let's go 4 more. Pounce forward. 3. And press. Use your breath in. 2. Now on this pounce forward, so I'm back here, on this pounce forward, I'm going to drive my knee to the outside of my one hand. Drop my knee gently, rotate open to that sky, big breath here. Bring my hand down, lift the back knee up, pop the hips up, and push my hips back again. So drive it forward. Put the knee down. Rotate open. Really big breath here, guys. Bring the hand down, bring the knee off, lift your hips, push it back. So one more time. Drive forward, knee down, rotate open. Bring it back, lift the hip, press back. Last time, drive it forward, drop it down. So getting some mobility happening in that body. Hand down, drive it back, paddle it out. Paddle it out. As you paddle it out, walk your feet to your hands. You might need to bend those knees. Let your head dangle to look through your legs. If this is difficult, your elbows are up on your quads, your knees are slightly bent. If you're okay with a ragdoll unsupported, go ahead. 1 or 2 more big breaths. Grab that roller while it's in front of you, and bend the knees and slowly articulate all the way up. Roll those shoulders, bring that roller up, put it behind the headline. Now, that may not be an option for you. If you are too tight in the shoulders here, you're going to hold it in front of the chest line this way with your palms up and out. If you're okay, it's behind, right? Really listen here to what your body will allow. Your elbows are going to try and drop down to the floor. So you're just kind of holding wide at the edges. Feet in parallel sits bones. And we're just going to rotate. This is going to be a tiny rotation. The pelvis is going to want to go. Keep your pelvis forward, rotate. Remember, the roller can be in front of your chest. And bring it back to the center. Don't let your pelvis move. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. This one's deceivingly hard. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center. Keep your hips to me. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, center, grab that roller, bring it all the way out. Roll those nasty shoulders. Beautiful. Roller goes down in front. And if you're anything like me, if the chest was a bit tight, you kind of bent the roller. Take your legs wide into lateral rotation. Equal on both sides. So check the lateral rotation that you're equal, and then find your first plie. So my lateral when I'm standing up is quite strong. It's decent, but as soon as I go down, my hips sort of go, yeah, no, that's really tight. And my knees go forward and I roll forward on my ankle. This is not where I need you to be. So what I'm going to do is decrease my lateral rotation. So when I come down, this is actually my true lateral rotation, staying strong on my ankle joint. And then I'm going to come up. So you've got to kind of play with that and figure out where is that lateral rotation truly, so the knees aren't jutting forward of the foot, causing you to roll forward on the inside of your foot. We still want to be on our foot like we're standing on it, right? And you don't stand on the inside. You can never walk on the inside. So down and up, listening to where your knees will go. But it's not a squat. It's not a big booty back. That's why we've decreased the lateral rotation. Now go ahead and stay down here and bob. 5, 4, think zipper up. 3, 2, leave your shoulders down. Lift your heels, lower your heels. So if you can go a little deeper and be at about 90 degrees at your knee joint, go ahead. I'm a little bigger than that. I'm a little higher than that. Let's go 2 more, depends on your flexibility. Now hold the heels up. Pulse, baby, 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 baby. 5, 4, 3, zipper tall. 2, stay here. 1 heel down, and up it comes. The other heel down, up it comes. Sink a little deeper into your hips as they get warmer, so I'm able to get a little deeper on each one. Let's go 3 more, and 2. And we actually have to do 1 more on each side to be equal. Keep the heels lifted, grow tall, lower the heels, turn the toes forward, push that roller forward, sink, down you go. Inhale, exhale, sway it back and forth, you guys. I'm going to heel toe my feet in towards the middle. So I'm heel toeing. I'm going internal, external rotation, and then I'm slowly going to peel up in a narrow stance. Beautiful. Come to the front of your mat. If you are using the weights, go ahead and grab them and put them on either side by the side of your mat. Find your nice big squat here, passive squat. So my heels are going to lift. I'm going to come right down. I'm going to grab that roller if I'm able to. If you don't like this, just sit right down. I'm going to roll like a ball and bring myself back up. Beautiful. Slide that behind your knees. And we'll just find a diamond roll back first. So you're just holding that roller just gently behind your knees. You're not even holding it, actually. My hands are behind my quads. I have a diamond shape. I'm going to scoop, roll off my sits bones, and the roller might move with me as I tuck and come around the corner. And then I'm going to pull forward and just kind of rock here a little bit, rounding my spine, getting into the lumbar vertical to the earth, as I round my thoracic spine, stretching out that back so I'm ready to go for my rolling like a ball. Inhale here, stack to tall. Let's do it again. Exhale and scoop and roll back. Watch on this one, you just don't lose your chin or jet it forward. It's about a fist difference, and it's just kind of resting forward. Inhale into your back breath. Exhale, pull forward. Feel this little stretch. Wiggle your sits bones from left to right. Give a little pull forward. Get a little deeper into that lower back stretch. Nice big breath here. And then stack to tall. Beautiful. From here, I'm just going to have my hands underneath my roller. Wide, elbows by my thighs. Now I've got long arms, so your elbows might be higher. From here, I'm going to roll back in a flexion through my spine and bring my feet up. So I'm basically nicely holding. I'm holding my legs without the power of my arms pushing into my legs. So the roller's being held gently, but I'm trying to tabletop my thighs. From here, what I'm going to do is place that roller into the kind of nook of the knee and see if I can straighten out a little bit and bring it down. So this is our little bit of open leg rocker balance. Let's go 2 more and bring it down And you are pushing up with your hands gently, so you feel some arm connection here. Now keep the knees bent, deepen the abdominal connection, the rib to hip, and roll back and freeze when you roll back up. Now if you're able to, roll back and straighten the legs. And then around. So we're now into our open leg rocker. Exhale over. Inhale, lengthen. If you can keep your legs straight the whole time and move that roller up a bit, go ahead. Roll back. Lengthen up. We have 2 more here. Roll back. Lengthen up. Whoop. Balance is tough in the up. One more time. Roll back. Lengthen up, bend those knees, and sneak that roller into your shoulders. Now, weights might get in your way, so pull them closer towards your hips. Take your shoulder blades onto the roller, and now I just want you to untuck. So I'm in neutral, and I'm actually going to get a little bit of untuck, so a little bit of anterior tilt, and then come back to neutral. Push your pubic bone away, and bring it back. Now keep it in neutral and move thoracic open and bring it back up. So we're going opposite direction to what we were just playing with. Now if this feels good, by all means straighten out those legs and over you go. Now I am completely supporting my head. If this is super aggressive by your shoulders, shoulder blades, you are welcome to put a mat over top of that roller or some type of towel or cushion. One more time to open that up. Now keep it tucked in. Head is heavy in your hands. You bring your feet in, lift your bum, and roll that upper torso. So tuck hair in. If you've got a hoodie on, tuck it in. My chin is tucked in, kind of like I was going to do a sit-up. So I'm controlling that. I'm coming close to where my C7 would be, but not quite, and rolling back to the bottom of the rib cage, but not to where there's no ribs. That's aggressive. You might notice that you have to walk your feet in closer to your bum each time, fair game. And then put your booty down. Get the roller underneath the tips of the shoulder blades. So they're not on the shoulder blade, they're just underneath it. And roll open to one side. So I'm going to open and come back. Inhale, exhale as you go. Roll through. Get a little bit of that lat rolled out, serratus anterior when you get a little farther, a little bit of teres minor, major, sorry. And then go ahead and stay on the side here. This one's quite tough. I'm going to open my hip and have I'm going to run not through my armpit, but along the arm here, down the side into my lat line. This gets ugly fast. So I'm going to just roll and come back. So I'm going to lift my hips a little bit and try and move that whole lateral line. There'll be some spots where you're like, good Lord. Find your good Lord spot and just hang out there. So I'm on it right here. So if I go forward a little bit, I could go back a little bit. I'm going to find some nasty little treasures, and I'm just going to work that roller into them. Bum might need to be down. Bum lifted, more weight into your armpit, a little bit harder. Not literally the armpit, right? You can see my armpit. I'm not into the lymph nodes, right? And then down she goes. Reset. And if you take a couple big breaths, the neckline and the arm and the shoulder on the side you just rollered will be more open. So a couple back and forth here just to get that going again. And then when you're ready, stay in the up, rotate through, and bring it home. So we're going through close towards kind of just underneath the pec line, just below nipple line, basically, where your chest line is. Come around, bring it back. And then we're going to stay there on that side, and we're going to run that lat line again. Ugh. Press it and pull it back. So a lot of us will tend to roll back on the booty. Try and roll forward a little bit so you're really coming through just behind that armpit. There's lots of stuff that goes on there. Lots of connections come in through there. So go ahead and hang out in that treasure where you sort of go, whoo, that takes my breath a bit, and play with that. Open that up. Where it is for you is going to be different than me. Just play around, you'll find it. And then slowly bring those hips back, and let's bring ourselves up from that. So with that little bit of more open position, pop those hips onto your roller. Have the legs reaching, maybe about as wide as your mat, maybe a bit smaller than that. And we're sitting tall so that you can hit a nice neutral. Right, so I don't want to be slouched back. So my sits bones are actually kind of off the roller, and I'm a bit on my hemi. If this feels awkward or hard on the hamstrings, just bend the knees. Reach the arms, but bring the shoulders into your back pockets. And we're going to do saw. We're going to rotate as far as we can. Turn your back thumb upside down. Imagine I poked you in the top rib cage, and just saw down as you send that hand a little higher. Nice big breath. Come back into tall, and then rotate, really slowly rotate that thumb back up to tall. This rotation movement, she's quite hard. And then bring it back to center. Watch you're not rotating by moving your thoracic spine. So we're opening, the shoulder rotates without dumping forward. Now I'm going to go forward. I'm going to lift that pinky to the sky. I'm going to come back into tall, open my palm without flexing my spine forward, and bring it back. So we're going to rotate, thumb goes down, saw off, lift that pinky finger up to the sky. Bring it back, open that hand, bring it through. So this is a scapular movement here. Rotate, press down, stack tall, open, bring it through, release it out, roll those shoulders. Beautiful. We're just going to do spine stretch forward. If you're a little tight, bend your knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, head and hands go down. Float it up again. Lumbar spine stays vertical to the earth. Fold forward a little bit more. Arms lift just a little bit, fold it a little bit more. Watch you're not going into hamstring stretch. You haven't hinged forward. You're rounding forward. Now if this feels good, go ahead and hinge forward and get deeper into those hamstrings as you lengthen your spine and wiggle from your left leg to your right leg. And then start at your tailbone and stack that back up to tall. Bend your knees in, scoot your booty down, and let's go ahead and move that roller all the way to the legs. Move your hands and weights up higher, roll it down, and we're just going to get a little stretch into the lower back. So I'm not putting the roller in my belly button area, it's more sacrum, and I'm going to get a little bit of clocking here. I'm going to go posterior tilt through neutral into anterior tilt. If you're like, yeah, that feels good, I'd like to go a little deeper, you could move the roller maybe ½ an inch up your spine and continue with a little bit of clocking action. Maybe one more stepping stone up. Now I'm actually in my lumbar spine, and I can get a really nice anterior tilt happening, and then gently come in. Careful with this. Be careful with where you're placing that roller. Feel comfortable with it. And then lift the hips and put the roller on the sacrum where it feels nice and strong. Now we are lifting the legs, so I want you to bring yourself into a small posterior tilt or a supported pelvis. Knee fold one, knee fold the other. Tabletop is 90 degrees at the knee, and I could literally put a table on your shins. Ribs are connected. If you're wanting your weights, this is a great time to grab them and bring them straight up to the sky. From here, I'm just going to toe tap one foot down and bring it up, and then toe tap the other. Notice as one foot goes down, the other knee comes in closer. Try to avoid that. If you're holding the weights, as the arms come, or sorry, as the leg goes down, the arms can go over, and then they all greet in the center. Or bring your hands right down by your sides, which is going to be harder. So I'm using it like a hammer here. I'm holding it just like I would do a hammer, and it's going over my head. Watch the rib pop, and coming back. Now, if this is working for you, extend the leg out and pull it in. With the hips up on the roller, you could go to hip extension, which means you're lowering that leg past the height of the roller. Just make sure that that's a hip extension that's occurring there, not an anterior tilt, not a bigger anterior tilt. We're holding that pelvis nice and strong. One more time each side. Inhale, exhale. Finish it off, nothing happening through your core. It's all nice and neutral or slightly supported. Now reach the arms to the sky and start a pec movement. So we're going to open and close. As we open, we're going to slowly lower the legs and the arms for 3, 2, double leg, and bring it up, 2, 3, 4. Feeling good, the legs go straight, 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, still working for you. You could do lower lift with straight legs. Down, 2, 3, control that length, up, 2, 3. So the hips could go, if you're controlling the core, into a gentle extension and then come back up. But just watch, I'll kind of do it wrong here. Watch as you go down, right about here, you're not tilting the pelvis to achieve the movement, that it's hip extension for the movement. One more time, so super careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, and bring that down. Relax those weights down and go ahead and just put that roller more towards your tailbone and bring your feet into happy baby. Now if it shoots out, you've gone too far. I'm in a big posterior tilt now. I could grab my big toes if I want to. I prefer just to grab underneath my knees and pull my hips in. Here I'm going to straighten and bend the legs depending on where I can go in my body. Look at your hips and your knees, more so your knees as you do this. Is one leg laterally rotated more than the other? Is one leg kind of, the knee is farther forward than the other? That means you've got some twist going on in your pelvis. Make sure your pelvis is nice and centered as you're doing this, right? We're trying to get an equal stretch from left to right. Whatever feels good here, you guys. And then slowly bring your feet back down. Put that sacrum back on, so not the coccyx or the tailbone, but more the sacrum, the bonier part in the middle. Knee fold one, knee fold the other. 2 options, hip lift to toe tap or roll over. So if you know rollovers, go for it. I'm going to start hip lift. So hands hold the roller. I bring my knees in and I lift my hips a little bit. Yes, you're pushing into your triceps. Uncross the legs, toe tap. Cross the opposite leg, hip lift, uncross, toe tap. Working for you, straighten the legs, go deeper into your articulations, and over you go. Peel it down vertebrae by vertebrae. If you feel you do not need the roller for assistance, kick the roller out here, right? You can make it harder by removing the roller. You don't have to choose that. Peel it down and reach, come up parallel, inhale up, exhale over. One last time, little touch if you can. Lateral rotation, peel it down, bend those knees, one foot down, the other foot down. Push the roller out from your bum, all the way to your edge of your ankle, and just let everything have a little wiggle here. So we're going to go into a deeper stretch. I don't love my foot on the roller for a deeper stretch, so I'm going to just tuck this knee in a little bit as I roll over. So my roller's still at my feet. I've just taken my foot off of it. And then rotate open, make space for your back to exist. Couple nice inhales, exhales. Get that nice rotation or spiral through your torso. And then slowly unfold that. You're going to be crooked, so move your booty to the other side. Fold that leg under and rotate. Oh my gosh, that is stiff today. Couple good inhales, exhales. Just see how your body's feeling. Breathe into it. One more breath. And then slowly come back. So we're going to go into bridge. Pull that roller in. You don't have to use it. If you're cramping in those hamstrings, feet flat floor. Otherwise, heels are right out from your sits bones, not wider. When we march, that will be awkward. My arch is in. If I want my weights, I'm going to grab them and set my elbows down initially. So instead of articulating up, you're going to keep your tailbone reaching away a bit more neutral. Now, if I've got a fired up back, maybe I want a slightly supported pelvis. Otherwise, maintain neutral, push into the foot without the roller running away, and lift the hips, find that little booty squeeze. And lower the hips, almost to the bottom, flirt, but not quite. And then reach the arms with it. and bring the arms down. Let's continue this. So if I look gently down my legs without lifting my head, I'm going to notice that my knees are not going out to the side. I'm trying to keep the weight towards the inside of the foot-ish. Just make sure you're not rolling on the edges of the foot, right? You're kind of in the middle of the foot. And we're just pressing those arms to the sky as we push our hips to the sky. Beautiful. Now stay in the lift and let's butterfly the arms and the legs. So the arms are going to open, the legs are going to open, we're going to bridge down and then squeeze your inner thighs as you come up. Now if you've got some hip issues or knee issues here, you may not be able to get the knees together on the lift. That's okay. Just do what feels comfortable in your body. Inhale and exhale. Lower it down, squeeze the booty as you come up. Let's go 2 more. You're still drawing those abs up and in. But if you can, you're holding neutral. Now hold your knees together if doable and pulse your little butt cheeks up. Squeeze, squeeze. 5. Harder, reach your hands by your thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up and just bring that down. Relax it out. Release your weights down. Pull your roller in so that you can just roll up and just press that away. Beautiful. Leave your roller just in front. 2 options here. We're going to do side leg lift series. You can lie on the roller. It's very teeter-tottery. Or you can get rid of the roller and not use this at all. One weight is to the front. It's an optional choice. If I'm going on the roller, my armpit has to be off the end so I can support my neck. So I'm not just dangling here. It's supported. The rest of my torso's on. The anchor foot, the leg on the bottom, can kind of go forward. Now, if you can't curl your toe under, just reach it in pointed or curl it and then stack your hips and find yourself straight on the edge. Now, if you don't think you need an anchored foot, take that leg and reach it along the side of the roller. That is going to be much more unbalanced, so take your time to find your happy place. From here, shoulders down and away, lift and lower the top leg. Ain't no happy place. There may not be a super happy place. If you're on the roller, watch your shoulder. I just did it. Watch your shoulders not coming up, right? It's down and away, and the lift and lower is from that top leg. Now hold the top leg up there. Get rid of that shoulder and give me some beautiful little circles here. Again, on the roller is very unbalanced, slow and controlled. Slow and controlled. Let's go for 4. Just a natural breath. 3, don't struggle the breath. 2, and let's circle the other way for 4. Keep your knee toes facing the side of the room, not the sky. I don't need your quad and your hip flexor. We've already got that. Now holding both legs, you're going to lift them both a little bit off and lower them both. Lift them a bit more, lower them both. Go 4, go slow. And 3, feel how your obliques tighten. And 2, and 1, now little scissor for 5. 4, go slow. 3, reach those legs. 2, and 1, and then gently, if you're on the roller, roll forward to come off, and gently let that leg go forward for a little bit of stretch here. Just kind of bang out that hip. Couple little inhales, exhales, and then from here we're just going to press up into our gentle mermaid just for a little release. So find your mermaid. Again, knees not having it, straighten out the legs. Get this hip moving by dropping it and lifting it. You know where this goes. If you're ready, your back hand is placed, and you can do that reach up as soon as you feel good. So down goes the hips, and then up it lifts. Down goes the hip, and up it lifts. Let's go for 4. And 3. Open that up. Hand that's down there, shoulders down and away. Last 1. Hold it down, and we're just going to take that and we're going to rotate it. Slide your hand that's closest to the back hip, place it, tuck your elbow in, reach, tuck behind your back, place it down, whatever you need to do, but we're going to go triceps. So what happens is we tend to flex when we go down. I'd like this to be just twisted but neutral, which means I need to lift my back hip to counterbalance. So you're going to squeeze that butt cheek and lift your back hip off. This is now working that back glute. Bend that elbow. Try not to flex your spine. Come down long and push away. Let's go 2 more. And press. And last one. And then hold it about 90 degrees at your elbow and pulse. Pulse. 4, 3, 2. Push all the way up. Take this back leg, and you might need your hands down. Lift it, pull it all the way around and reach and hold. Little hip flexor. Pull it all the way back. This hand can go down and hover it, hover it. We're bringing it all the way across. You might need to go to your elbow. Elbow's fair game. So I might need to go right down to my elbow to get this hold. And then lift and come out. I might be able to do it without putting my hands down at all. But you do have to sort of spiral through your torso to get that to occur, right? You've got to move to counterbalance what's happening with the weight load of your leg. Go one more time. So the spine is playing around a little bit here. And then all the way through, hold that leg reaching. 5, 4, see if you can pulse it. Whoof. 3, there she is. 2, 1, and release that nastiness. So that's working that quad as a hip flexor. Its secondary movement pattern is hip flexion, so it joins psoas and iliacus on an exercise like that. It's quite hard. So if you're using the roller, let's line it up. If you're not using the roller, you're nice and strong on the ground. Take the time to get that bottom leg in place if it's going on the roller. If it's going on the floor, it's not quite so bad. Again, hard position to find balance, but that's the point, right? We're finding that core connection. This is my dumbass side. Let's see if I can even do this. Lift and lower. That took a lot of work. Lift and lower. Your bottom leg has energy. My bottom leg just has fluff today. It's just not staying put. Nice and slow for 4, 3, shoulder down, 2, if your hand is down. Now find your circle. Slow, 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 slow. So the wiggling forward and backwards when you're on the roller is because the leg is going forward and backwards of the roller, which means you've got to tighten up the core more to stabilize that movement. Now go ahead, circle the other direction. Inhale, exhale. Remember, if you're not on the roller, I need your neck long and I need you lying down, right? You wouldn't have your hand posted. Lie that arm out for me, Denise. Yeah, there you go. Much nicer on your neck. Now hold this here, hovering, and lift the bottom leg to greet it. Lift. Oh, that's nasty. Lift. 2 more. Lift. Little inner thigh. Now keep them glued, lift lower both. It won't be huge. Notice if you're doing this with your ankles. See this nice little sickle? I need the feet long and if possible together. Now my one hip when it's on the top, my bad hip when it's on the top, I can't put my feet together because my hip doesn't go there. 2 more. So just listen to your body, right? 1. Hold the hover. 4, 3, tighten the abs. Lift the legs by tightening the abs. 2 and 1. Now put that foot forward. Oh, scissor, scissor. I lied. If you're off balance, don't worry about doing scissor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's bring that forward if you're coming off your roller. Scooch it behind you. And then get that rotational stretch. Snap out that hip. That worked quite hard, and then we're going to come up into our mermaid and go through the same thing other side. So when you're ready, use that little bit of momentum to bring you up into your mermaid. Keep your stretch as long as you need to. And now I'm just going to focus on this hip, dropping and lifting a little bit. As soon as I've got it, as soon as you've got it, go ahead and lift up. If it takes you a little longer to get that hip to relax out that you were just working, take longer. You don't have to do the lifts. If and when it feels good, add your lift. Let's do maybe 3 more. And 3. And 2. And last one. Bring it down for me. Again, if your hips don't like this, simply just straighten out the leg. I'm still getting the same weight load. I just have to straighten out that leg. So I'm going to rotate, but lift your sternum bone. Lift your sternum bone. If you need your fingertips down, go ahead. And just think tricep. So as I come down, if I don't lift my back leg, I have to flex. But I don't want to flex my spine. So I'm going to lift my back leg, getting that warming into the glute lateral rotation piriformis. Inhale, exhale. So you feel that nice little butt cheek kind of turn on. If you're really ambitious, you could straighten out that back leg, right? Go 4 more. Push away with that tricep muscle. 3. Pull your abs up and in. 2. Stay stable. Now come 90 degrees at the elbow-ish. Push away. 5, 4, 3. Find the tricep. 2. Come all the way to tall. Sit that booty down. Try and get relaxed into your hip. If you need your hand down or elbow down, go ahead. We're going to lift that leg. Find that first. That's a big, powerful move here. Bring it all the way around. Kick it out. Pull it all the way in. Again, if you need to put the elbow down to get that to go back, that's fair game, right? If I'm able to kind of move my spine to counterbalance the movement, I'm going to. When this leg comes around the corner, don't let the heel drop. If anything, let the knee drop. That finds glute me, glute min more. The other one finds piriformis and lateral rotators. Those are actually usually stronger for us than our glute me, glute min. So that parallel knee position or knee dropping down is going to get a little more booty action in glute me, glute min. Now keep that leg out there and see if you can pulse it. Without sinking, try and sit tall. 5, 4, 3, that's nasty. 2, 1, and release. Come all the way to your tummy. Wiggle that out. So I'm putting my head into my forehands. And I'm just going to wiggle that booty. I'm going to let all the muscles go. I'm going to inhale, exhale as I just wiggle my spine from left to right. My legs are gently finding lateral rotation, open as comfortable. And I'm just going to start with a smidgen of floppies. So my hands to the side, try not to engage, and then just come up a little bit. So I'm just coming here to my elbows, and if that back does not receive extension very nicely, this will actually be quite difficult just here in this height. If you're okay with it, smidge yourself a little higher. Be very mindful. It's a big opener through the core, the shoulders, and the hip flexors, but I am moving the spine, so I'm not pulling my abs up and in, protecting. I'm not squeezing the booty. Now, if it works for you, you can bring your hands in closer and get a little more lift. Careful you're not overdoing it. We don't want to squeeze the bum or pull the abs in. This is about movement. And I'm going to just wiggle left and right here a little bit. See if my body will invite that little bit of movement through my spine. And then I'm going to bring it down. So now let's find our full swan. So lateral rotation, good strong lateral rotation. The inside of my big toe facing the edges of my mat. My shoulders are down, my elbows are down. I'm going to push the marble just a little bit. Once I've pushed the marble and the rib has come off a bit, now engage a bit tighter through glutes and abs. And now the head just moves with the spine. So it's not coming higher, right? And then the shoulders are dipping down. Pubic bone still stays down. And then bring it down with control. Lengthen it up. Now, as you come down this time, we're only going to come down to half swan or elbows, and they're going to squeeze one butt cheek and lift the leg. So I'm in swan 3. I'm going to lengthen up, and then the other leg squeezes as I start to come down. Just a swan, half swan, right? Don't come all the way home. Keep your extension. And lift. One more time on each. Squeeze one butt cheek, lift it. And up, and last time squeeze, and lift to where you feel challenged but controlled. If swan dive is in your practice, go ahead for 4. If it is not, hold here. Keep your head nice and high, Lisa. Lift, lift, lift. Yes. 2 more. Dive if you want. I'm not diving today. And then when you're ready, slowly bring it down. Beautiful, you guys. Child's pose, reach back. If you don't feel you need to round your spine, just stay tall. Whatever feels good for you. Couple little breaths there. And we're just going to do a nice little stretch for the neckline, seated on the roller. So take your time stretching everything out. When you're good, hands nice and strong, feet nice and strong, up into your down dog. Just kind of release things out a little bit. So in our classes, we want to try and do some neutral work. We want to try and do some flexion, some extension, some lateral rotation, and some full rotation. Lateral flexion, full rotation. Walk your hands towards your feet in 4, 3, all the way in on 2 and 1. Go ahead and ragdoll here for a moment if it feels good. I'm going to slip my elbows to my quads. If you want a free ragdoll, go ahead. I'm going to look through my legs, let my head dangle at the top of my spine. Cycle my breath nice and deep. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, I'm going to stack that to tall and just roll those shoulders into place. From here, we're going to sit down on our roller, nice and tall, just seated. My knees are going to be bent and they're just slightly forward. I'm going to come to one side of my roller so I can grab underneath the roller. So I can only be so far away as the length of my arm to allow me to literally get underneath with my hand. And then I'm going to sit super tall. My other hand is anchored underneath my thigh. Legs are wide. This is not about losing your balance. And then what I'm going to do, that's tight. I'm going to tilt my ear towards my shoulder. Ideally, I'm not pulling up on the roller. The roller's staying down, and I'm trying to move away. So my shoulder's being pulled down, while my head's going the other way. If I'm okay without yanking, I'll put my hand as a weight load. It's not yanking, it's a weight load. Oh, good. Inhale, exhale. Notice that you start to slouch. Sit tall, open your chest to feel the stretch. One more big breath. Don't yank on that neck. Soften out of it. Turn your nose to your armpit. Tuck it in. Take your hand behind. Still hold that roller and pull it forward. But as I pull my head forward, I'm not rounding my spine. I'm going to miss it. So thoracic stays long. Cervical chin nods. And then I'm going to pull a little actively with that arm that's holding that roller. I'm going to breathe really big here. One more breath. And then slowly come out of that. Now I want you to take that look over the side that you were stretching away from. Look that direction and see if you can go farther. Make mental note where you went at the beginning of the class. I'm going farther. I've got more movement. Yay! And then slowly come out. But this side still doesn't feel great. So we're going to shimmy over. Again, how far down you're reaching depends on the length of your arms. Find that. Legs are wide enough so you're nice and stable, but cheeks are on strong. We're not looking at falling. You could do this beautifully. You're at the computer all day long on your chair. Stick your hand underneath your chair. This is your go-to when your head's had enough of sitting there. Nice and tall, ear towards shoulder. If it's doable, little bit of pressure from your arm, and then breathe big. Try not to round forward. I could do the very, very most gentle little chin nod here. I'm not doing it fast. It's kind of like a little bit of ART on yourself. The bigger you breathe, the more the levator is going to stretch out, because the levator, when you breathe really big, lifts your shoulder blade. That's one of its jobs, the levator scapulae. And the bigger I breathe, the more my shoulder blade wants to lift, the more stretch I'm going to get. Come out of that. Look to your armpit, tuck your chin down, grab back at an angle. So now I'm on kind of the back of my head, and I'm going to pull it down towards my armpit. The spine wants to flex. I need you to keep the spine, thoracic, cervical, lumbar long, thoracic, lumbar long, cervical tucks. And then think of actively bringing yourself out of your chest line to activate that stretch. Here I can again do a very subtle little no as I breathe really deep into that stretch. Inhale, exhale here, you guys. And then really gently come out of that nastiness. Now hands behind your knees, How far can the neck go that opposite direction? Now give me that check. Look to one side and gently look to the other. Hopefully you have a little bit more neck range. So on a day that you're at your desk all day long, those are go-tos. They're going to keep you open. Tight squat here. Come up any way you can. But if you can get those knees in nice and tight and reach up big with the booty, give those legs a little shake out. Give everything a shake out. That's lots to the shoulders today, guys. Nice strong inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, center heart. Let's go the other way. Open the clamshell. Bring it around. Stretch that out.